That's your guess, okay? 1 hour.
1 hour?
1 hour, okay? So you have to be as quick as possible because the making of the olive oil has no chemicals involved. So the fruit has to be perfect. Otherwise, if it's not perfect, you cannot correct anything along the way. And you have to be quick. So you have to be sure that you get an appointment as soon as you are done with the collecting. There are a lot of people in the area. They don't care for the quality, so they collect all of, let's say they have 600 trees, they wait a week, the fruit is in the garage, then they come in here. Meanwhile, the fruit is fermenting, breaking, leaking oil, so it's a terrible product. To do a high quality product, you pick and you come, you pick and you come, and you make your olive oil. So you have to have an appointment, okay? So the olives arrive here, I'll show you the video as I said in a moment, and they are flipped over into this machine and they go up through this belt. At this point the fruit is still full of leaves, but the leaves are very bitter, so you don't want them in your olive oil. That's why this orange pipe that you see, it's a vacuum which takes away all the leaves and leaves you the fruit. Okay? Then the fruit falls off inside that machine. We can see here, excuse me. You see here these sprinkles, and the fruit is washed. Not because there is any chemical, but we are very close to Africa. Sometimes when it rains, our cars are completely covered with the sand of the Sahara Desert. You can see pictures of Europe, Italy, I mean, completely covered by the Sahara Desert clouds. So we have to clean them for that reason, because of the dust, basically. And from here, the fruit goes into the next room. Okay? All clear so far? If you have any questions, just ask, okay? All right. Please. Is there any of you that speaks Italian? When I was in China, I remember in Russia, people would study Italian as a second language. Sei italiano? Ah, ok. Allora non parli. Dove sei?
Di Bolzano.
Ah, bellissimo, io adoro, vado sempre. Adoro, proprio di Bolzano città?
100.
Adoro la città di Bolzano, sì, bellissima, proprio. I love the area where he's from, so I go on vacation. Anzi, se hai qualche posto da suggerire, dopo ti chiedo un paio di cose se posso. Because Italy used to have the largest communist party of Italy, you know, and so we had a lot of Russians who were studying Italian back then.
This was Toscana and Emilia was the super communist.
Yes, they still are. We call the comunisti. Yeah, the comunisti, because they have a weird accent when they speak. Tuscany in particular has always been the left ear of the regions. Still is, but not everywhere. You know, like some cities turn right, but you know, there's been a change in over time, and so that's why. Now, to make olive oil, you keep the pit of the fruit. So you don't separate it. So you have to crush the pit and the pulp. How do you do that? You do it with a little machine over there, which goes everything inside so we can see, and it makes a separation of pulp and fruit and pits. So you have pieces of pulp and pieces of pits. At this point, you have to, this is called the grinding phase, okay? The part where you crack the fruit. Then you have to go into the second phase, which is the kneading. So you know that when you take a flour and eggs and you do this movement with your hand, you obtain pasta, fresh pasta. Have you
What
done
we did for the peachy 2 days ago.
Oh, you did the peachy?
Yes.
Wow! Tell me the truth, did you use eggs?
No.
Really? Wow, super, because peachy don't have eggs, the original recipe, but when people do cooking classes, they put you an egg, because they know the clients are not good at doing this movement, and so that's why it's a little cheating. So kudos, double kudos, because really, it's not easy to make a peachy, you know, it wasn't easy. You know now.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
We
It's my...
eat and we survive.
Yes. No, but I love peachy. I am not Tuscan, by the way. I am from Sardinia. You know what it is?
Yes.
It's oh, sorry, I forgot the backpack on top of the thing. Sorry, Dave, I left it. I detto quello zaino
А как они попадают, оливки? Оттуда сюда?
Там нет этого?
Тут какие-то эти...
Sorry.
Шланги.
Но мне кажется, нам покажут видео.
So this is where I am from this island, Sardinia. It's beautiful, the best sea in the world, they say. And so we don't do this pasta peachy. So when I came here to live in Tuscany, I fell in love with the peachy. So for me, it's my comfort food. When I'm sick, I make peachy. When I'm healthy, I make peachy. So I'm always eating peachy. What I don't like about Tuscany, and I want to hear your opinion, they have, you know what I'm talking about? Say it.
No sea.
You don't have seeds.
No, they have sea, yes.
We have the
No,
sea.
not here.
Oh, no. Food-wise, I would say.
Food?
Food-wise,
Too
I
much
hate
bread. Too much bread. Yes.
but the bread is saltless. I hate the Tuscan bread.
Saltless.
The bread
Yes.
is terrible. Because the Pope was close to Tuscany and he had the monopoly of salt. And so the Tuscans decided to make bread without salt. Okay, so this is the reason, the historic reason. So as I was saying, as you do with flour and your hand, okay, with water or eggs, the same in here. For about 20 minutes, the pits and the pulp of the fruit gets moved. Slowly. Posso alzare Alberto qua?
Come dici?
Posso alzare?
Sì, ci sarà un po' di pollo.
Please, come and see this. You know, you have this at home to make pasta. This is the big one. And they have 4 of these. Why? Because a year they can put the olives on one client. Please. If you want to take pictures, if you have to see, please do. Okay? But it has been closed for months, okay? So they have still to re-clean everything before the season. So you have 20 minutes of this turning, of this changing, and you do this. Why? Because this is when the olive oil becomes olive oil. In nature, as you probably know, the molecules of fat are odorless, colorless, tasteless, okay? So if you forget a piece of butter in your fridge and there is a fish, the day after, the butter is gonna stink like fish, not vice versa. So this is when they get the aromas, the flavors, and it becomes a potential new olive oil. And it becomes like a pate, okay? Which you don't eat because it's very bitter, but it's like a pate. Have you ever heard of the expression cold pressed? Spremuto a freddo for the olive oil. It's something that you have to look for. You can obtain it only if you use this modern machine, because this is stainless steel, okay? And it's refrigerated, all right? So it's clear, so it's very easy. From here, once you get this paste, you go into this machine, which is a centrifuge, and you obtain 3 products. The wastewater, which goes back into the fields because it's full of nutrition. The second thing is the actual extra virgin olive oil. And the third thing that you obtain is the solid waste. What do we do with the solid waste? We sell it to big industries. They add the chemicals then to extract the remaining olive oil. That's olive oil. Sansa e oliva.
Sansa.
Okay? The name of this massive thing is called Sansa. And that's the olive oil I grew up with, because my mom didn't know the difference. A lot of Italians don't know the difference, okay? And so that's why. But that's an olive oil that has chemicals in it. To make extra virgin olive oil, as you see, it's only mechanic movements, okay? All clear so far? Mm-hmm. All right. So if it's okay with you, we go drink and taste, and you learn how to recognize a good or a bad olive oil.
Давайте закроем. Давайте закроем.
Watch your step here, please.
Порядок.
C'è un signore di Bolzano, penso.
Bolzano?
Sì.
Senti, diverso questo?
Sì. Ah, il video prima. Facciamo i video così tu poi ti rilassi e... Ok, we're gonna show you two short videos to show you the production and then we taste. One is the olive oil as we do it now so that you can see this operation. The second one is the olive oil in 1984. Ok? Questo lo puoi mettere al doppio della velocità, lo sai.
Sì.
Sì. Faccio io questo mentre tu metti. Tranquillo.
Dove? Allora, spero di azzeccarlo.
Sì, infatti ti lascio fare.
No, è sbagliato.
Vai tranquillo, vai, c'è tempo.
Sorry.
Sorry, no problem. Because the video is very long, so we put it a little bit faster, but not too fast. Okay? And then dimmi dove devo schiacciare.
Appunto, è un attimo se lo faccio.
Vai tranquillo.
Allora, ok. Allora, abbiamo passato. Ecco, questo l'ho trovato.
Allora,
Lo faccio io.
sì, già fatto. This is faster than it is in reality. This is how they collect the olives when they go with these things. And this is a probably 1,000-year-old tree. You are not going to see many old trees in Tuscany because in 1985 we went minus 25 Celsius. So all of the Tuscan trees died. And what you see now is what grew again from the sprouts, okay, from the little plants. But this is why this is the symbol of peace, because it's a delicate plant, but it's very resilient, okay? And so the olive tree dies, but it grows again, okay? These are the nets that you put below, and then you collect, you see, this is the little comb. Ce l'hai qua, there you go. These are the combs that you use to go and get the olives. As you see, the staff that works in these activities is over 70 years old. We don't find kids that want to do this, so the majority of them are already adults, you know. And this is inside the mill. You see, you come with these small baskets. The fruit is still very green, not too ripe, not too mature. And it goes up this belt full of leaves, okay? The leaves are taken away and you use them to make compost. C'è un signore, Alberto.
Sì, sì, buongiorno.
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 Then you wash them, as we saw. And then this is the grinding inside, and this is the old machine. Now we can separate the clients. This is the, you see, the paste that is being made for 20-25 minutes. This is the centrifuge. And finally you have the olive oil. And you can wait with a piece of bread there. Oh, seriously, and just have your first bruschetta of the year. Okay, so it's really nice. Okay, perfetto. Now we're gonna show you what it was like only in 1984. So a few years ago, to show you that the technology of the olive oil making has changed dramatically. And it's very important that we keep using technology, not granite stones, as you will see. The granite stones are terrible to make a good olive oil because there's contamination, you cannot clean them. So if I have good olives, and they say you have bad olives, but you get an appointment before I go, her olive oil will have an impact on mine with the stones, okay? While here you can separate.
Ora bene l'altro, eh?
Sì, sì, sì. Okay, this is the same place, oh sorry, 94, not 84. This is this place, November 1994. So very late when we were still doing the old style. It's only 1 minute of a video, but it's fantastic. And this is this room with the stones that were over there.
Как это? Масло.
You see the olives? This would cut them and do also the kneading.